it is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today. Much love going out to the Empowered Harmonizers, and I want to give a huge shout out to those of you who have recently donated to the channel. It was much gratitude and honor and privilege to be able to interact and provide this content in this very specific niche on the Peace and Harmony channel. So thank you so much for your contributions to keeping the channel alive. And yes, absolutely, I've had a number of people who have emailed me. They're wondering where the donate button is. It's right on the homepage here at the YouTube channel. So absolutely, if I've made a positive impact, please feel free to make your donation. I would be happy to receive, and thank you so much for your insights, your comments, and your contributions. So let's zoom in and focus in on a very interesting and important viewer question. And that was, why would a covert narcissist or powerful narcissist, maybe even someone who is psychopathic, why would they play dumb? Why would they act like they're just really stupid? Not stupid in just the, oh, I can't believe I forgot that, but just very docile, very aloof, very much like, oh, I didn't know. It is all a shell, a sham, a facade with which they present to the world. One thing you need to understand about those people who are narcissistic or psychopathic is what you see is not what you get. So what you see on the outside is not what you get on the inside. You know, there can be an endearing quality. In other words, someone who is sort of just playing dumb. They don't quite get it. They want everyone else to, you know, figure it out for them, do the work for them, do the hard crunching, do the heavy lifting, do the hard work, do all the processing for them. And then basically all the results just, you know, fall down into their lap. So it's a way for them to have everybody else up in arms around them in doing all the quote unquote less desirable work, doing the housework, doing the reports, doing, you know, certain contacts at work, you know, doing certain things which take a little bit of initiative and effort, which aren't maybe so glamorous. The covert narcissist can act very dumb and very innocent or very ignorant when that facade belays the truth which is behind the mask. They do know what happened. They do know the facts. They do know that they're bowing out. They are aware of what needs to be accomplished. They are aware of the hours that need to be put in, or they are well aware of the work that needs to be done, but they just will put on a facade of ignorance, you know, low IQ, low emotional IQ, you know, and just make excuses away. So you cannot be betrayed, or you cannot be belayed, or you cannot fall for that. As much as it is very believable, especially in the psychopath, oh, I didn't know we weren't seeing other people, or I didn't know you had this and this other company. I didn't know that this and this was illegal. You know, just acting like the, you know, innocent lamb when they really, behind the scenes, they know. I mean, they know these things. So when it comes to their facade, they are the best actors in the world, especially when you get into the psychopathic range. I mean, these people, I mean, just can even physiologically hide a pathological lie where most normal people would have emotional responses, physiological responses, sweaty palms, shaking in their voice, not able to commit certain crimes, or feel the pressure of the law or the rightness of the law and abiding by it. Certain protocols that they would not circumvent, or they would not go up against. The psychopath, and generally the psychopath, definitely because they have no sense of remorse, regret. They have really a lack of judgment, and they really don't have a problem with right or wrong, even though they can see right or wrong because they can see what most people are, you know, how most people are behaving, but they have no moral qualms. They do not experience fear. They do not experience regret. They do not experience remorse. So basically, this is like a free ticket for them to do whatever it is that they want to do and get away with it. They don't have the underpinnings of guilt or fear that most people do. They are completely 100% lacking in this department. So for them, they just are able to do most things which most people would not even dream of doing. high risk behaviors, high risk behaviors, high risk in business, in relationships, sexual relations, things with money. They just will go after what they want, and they will not care who they hurt. In other words, these are people who will go ahead and gamble away the mortgage money. The people who will go ahead and take, the life savings of their spouse's 401k because it's there and because they want it and because they can sign in and get it. They have no problem with draining that and then doing a new side business or getting themselves a yacht, which they have stored over, whatever island they and can just go and visit whenever. They dream up the most elaborate layers of lies, and they have no trouble lying through their teeth on a daily basis, where most people would feel, the butterflies in their stomach. They would not want to suffer the consequences. The psychopath has no such worry. So they can put on a facade of dumb. They can act stupid. They can, I don't know how to crunch those numbers. I don't know how to be faithful. Whatever excuses, they can plant a trail that, would fool the most keen observer. Making it look like their clothes were dirty, that they were here, planting, bed sheets, looking like they slept there, making it look like they ate on the dishes when they never did, putting, ketchup on the dishes and putting in the dishwasher to look like they ate lunch there. Oh yes, honey, I ate lunch here. And just doing all sorts of really, what a lot of people would say, exhausting behaviors. But for a psychopath, it's not exhausting. So for them to be dumb and, I didn't know I had to take care of the children. I thought it was, they will just lie and lie and lie. In fact, they almost get a pleasure from playing dumb and seeing everybody else try to sweep and mop up the pieces, put the life back together, get the brick and mortar and try to build a home again, a life again. They think it's funny because it's just, to them, it makes them superior, better. And likewise, the same thing with a narcissist. They have a sense of entitlement. And they have a sense of, I can do whatever I want and you guys are just, going to pay the price, or whether you want to see this or not, whether you want me to do this or not, they just will go ahead and do it. Whatever it is, taking food, taking people's, homes over, businesses over, doing, sabotaging their work, sabotaging their home. They'll just be stupid, and it's literally like playing dumb, like you've seen, like we've discussed in previous videos. Have you ever seen like one of those like little slugs, and then if you rub it, and then it'll play dead. It'll like curl up and like, it'll play like it's not alive. This is just a camouflage technique that we see in nature, and it's definitely a camouflage technique that we see in the covert narcissist or psychopath. And it is everyone else paying the price, suffering, trying to sweep up their mess, yell and scream. It gets everybody else in a tizzy and unhappy and trying to be, speak fighting words with these people or what have you for what they did. Yet, for the narcissist or psychopath, it's just, well, that's your problem. I didn't know that. That's your problem. So they're very good at the blame shifting, and this is just one moment. Don't be fooled by it though. The playing dumb, the playing dead, the acting like they didn't know better. Don't fall for that. They do know better. They do know what is required. They do know, things like deadlines and things of this nature. Don't fall for the excuses. Just be willing to call them out, and that furthermore, you're no longer going to be a victim of this sort of, playing dumb atrocity. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.